The following presentation is brought to you by The Realm Network.
So here we go this week on the Build DeMott Experience on the Realm Network. My guest this week is me. What we're going to do, and such a great response from the first outgoing, if you will, of the face value segment of my show, I decided to do another one this week. And so when I say great response, because it was so much fun just going on and on about the most ridiculous things and mixing in some news and some conversations I had. And the funny part for me, straight off the bat, is hashtag dog laundering was in every other tweet I had for the past 2 weeks. So I thought that was huge. One, I thought it was cool that people were listening and took it exactly for what it was. It was humor, not to touch on a sensitive subject, but it was a lot of fun. So I appreciate everybody. Keep the hashtags up. I'm sure we will come up with a new hashtag by the end of this segment of face value. In the back right now, my dog is snoring. Can you hear that? My dog is snoring. I say my dog, he's a 100-pound lab. He's 10 years old, and he's like a bearskin rug. So where he lays is where he stays. And he's actually snoring right now. And it's so funny and annoying at the same time. But I just thought dog laundering, talk about my dog. And so that's where we go. So first, the more I thought about this segment, I want to make it like a Saturday Night Live, a Howard Stern, a cross between these late night shows, because I can see me on a late night show having guests and talking to them about different things and having some stars on. And just for the record, somewhere down the line, my manager Steve, who a lot of you who are now watching the YouTube channel, my YouTube show, the Build DeMott Experience, let me find it right there. I'm going to leave that up there, because that's the longest URL, I think it's called, until we actually just become a straight channel. But Steve, who's on a lot of segments with me, and we do a lot of little teaser videos, has got some really cool guests coming up. And I hope everybody checked out my boy Peter from Sportsbook last week. Is pretty interesting. We'll talk to Peter during the college season, as we follow UCF and all that stuff, and hopefully we get some other cats on here. But there's a lot of interesting people who are now reaching out and want to be part of the BDE, the podcast. So hopefully we got some really cool people coming up to speak with, and we'll get to know some things we don't normally talk about, or at least I never talked about. So again, that's part of the Build DeMott Experience. We have Miss Paula every Thursday, and now that we're going to be right into the schedule, I can't wait to see what happens. Miss Paula had the hashtag give it back, as we talked about Tom Brady. What's he going to give back now? He's off the hook. I mean, it went to court. Tom Brady's back. The Patriots are winners again. There's a lot of people questioning the whole thing, and I guess it's going to go to court again and all that. It's football. It's football. The football didn't have air in it. I didn't lose any money on the game, so I'm not personally affected by it. The Giants weren't involved, so I wasn't personally affected by it. But it's football, and the fact that we're still talking about it into the next season, to me, is absurd. So let it go. Court said, it's not wrestler's court, it's court. It's not the court of public opinion. It's court. It's legal. Move on. New season, new stuff to talk about. I'm sure we'll have enough to talk about this season with everything that goes on in the NFL. So let Brady go. I'm not jumping on either side of the bet. I'm just saying let's move on, for the love of Pete. So hashtag give it back is still in play for Ms. Paula, but let's move on. The court said he's clear. Let's move on. We're getting ready to play football. That's all I'm excited about. September 13th, the New York Football Giants play the Dallas Cowboys. I will win the first bet from Ms. Paul, and we'll move on from there. But I just want to talk football. I don't want to get – I mean, you can't get wrapped up in that stuff, man. It's the court. I listen to the news, and this is what we're going to talk about on face value. Listen to the news and the court of public opinion. There's Ms. Paula. The court of public opinion, and that's all this social media and the fans from whatever sport or whoever follows Hollywood stars, you guys get to decide the fate of people. And I don't get it. I mean, this is where I'm going to catch up. This is not me being politically incorrect. This is me just saying, when did someone get tried in the court of public opinion? Who gives a tinker's damn what Dana White said about wrestling being fake? I'm from the school of, I wasn't there, I didn't hear it, and I wish he wouldn't have said it like that. But I didn't hear the whole story. Dana White comes out this week, says he was pissed off, and he tweeted something out, fake this and that. But everybody knows that all wrestlers are at UFC shows, UFC guys are at wrestling shows. There's a common bond there, if you will. You know, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, all these guys that have been training to come from UFC for years and try their hand in professional wrestling or sports entertainment, and the guy uses the F word, and it gives everybody something to talk about. What aggravates me about the court of public opinion is people lose their livelihoods, people lose their jobs, their reputations are tarnished. People look at you sideways, and it's, how about Frank, who works in the corner store, who's a burglar and no one ever knows about it. No one cares. But the minute you have fame, and I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, the minute you have fame and some douche can tweet or Facebook or put a caption on a picture and put it on Instagram or whatever else is out there anymore, I don't know, there's so many things out there, and defame someone, everybody jumps on it. Half the people who jump on this shit don't even know what they're talking about. They just get to jump on it because they get more followers. This is always going to be my rant. Always. And while I love, and this is a double-edged sword, you're going to take from this what you want. I love the fans, wrestling fans, football fans, baseball fans, fans of whatever it is we talk about. I'll tweet with you. I'll answer you. I'll have a discussion with you. But the minute you turn it into kill this guy, hang this guy, shame on you, all these other things, for what? Unless it personally affects you, leave him the hell alone. If the guy's a schmuck, tweet, you're a schmuck, and move on. But I'm going to learn this court of public opinion. But that was a conversation in the news that struck me. I'm like, Jesus Christmas. Let's talk about something else. I mean, if you screw up, you screw up, own it, let's move on. But stop, come face to face. Anybody come contact me. We'll have a conversation like this. You don't like me because of something I said. Let's have a conversation. Let's clear it up. Let me say I'm sorry if I offended you, whatever it is. And everybody should be like that. But for everybody to be jumping on a bandwagon, because social media is a big deal. It holds a lot of weight. Disney, Universal, movie careers, sports, all these things. Some lives get ruined from this. And while I'm the first one to jump on Delta losing my bags for 3 days, they want to hear that stuff. Or at least they say, hey, this is how we do it. So every corporation's got Twitter and Facebook. And there's a lot of people who bitch and moan. And I'm not on it's not my soapbox for today. It's just how I'm going to start this thing. But for all you cats that are out there and need to get noticed and have no idea what you're talking about, take a breath. All you young cats, as you get older, this could affect you. This could affect how people see you as well. Perception is reality. That's the bottom line. Perception is reality. And how you treat people, somewhere is going to come back. I tell my kids all the time, something you say, and I'm living proof, because someone will dig up something that I said, turn it around. And is it in bad taste 6 times out of 10? Maybe. But with the people I'm talking about, it's the cat over there who's not in the conversation that takes it the wrong way, goes and tells two friends, writes a caption on a picture, blah, blah, blah. So this court of public opinion to me is nonsense. Let's move on to some funny stuff. Let's move on to some good stuff. Hey, here's the weather today. It's going to rain. I could end right there. Every day it's going to rain in Florida. It's going to rain. I'm looking out the window right now. It's going to rain. I could be a weatherman. When this does not go the way I want, I will be on channel. Who's the Eyewitness News? Bill Grimsby, is he still there? Bill Butel or whatever? Irrelevant. I get it. Eyewitness News back in New Jersey, back in New York, and I'm going to be a weatherman. Bill, what's going on? It's going to rain, and I'm going to get paid for that. And I'm going to go on tour, and I'm going to do speaking engagements, and that's how I'm going to make my money. I'm going to be a weatherman. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Of course it's going to rain. There's a 50% chance of rain every day. I can't be wrong. So on face value, what I'm going to say from now, there's a 50% chance I could offend you. And I won't be wrong. Someone said I should do it like the guy on Family Guy, but I've never seen that show. So it's going to rain. That's it. My name's Bill DeMott. It's going to rain. I'd shave. I didn't shave today. I'm going to shave. But my face value, let's take, again, so everybody knows, this is what I do. Like, I take notes and I watch things. And, I talk about last week's events on this week's show, and I try to be as current as I can. But, it's just the way it goes. So I try to touch on things. This is a late night show. The Bill DeMott Experience is a late night show. More importantly, the Bill DeMott Experience on YouTube, for everybody who's not on that, go subscribe. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. Really some great stories. The past shows I had Mr. Kim Kahana, legendary stuntman, 10th degree black belt. He's 86 years old. He's going to be this month. Amazing story. Let me put it up again. Copy that. Take a picture of that. Copy that all down. Go subscribe. This week coming up. This week is the Labor Day week. So this will be the 8th. When everybody gets to see this for the first time, September 8th. And on September 8th, we air a new episode on the YouTube channel. We had Peter Lojak on last week, and we're just going to keep going. So this is face value, and I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to talk about these medical commercials on TV. My family, who's not here, nobody's here to look over my shoulder, so I'm sure I'll be talked to about this later, especially Casey, my moral compass from last show. Well, talk to me about the things I can and can't say. But here's what I can say. You watch these medical commercials, like I have allergies. I have asthma, I have allergies. And I have to read this. And you watch these things and take trifecta if you have allergies. And it's all this. And it shows these happy people and these little kids running through the fields. And while all the happiness is going on, you hear the voice. Oh, be careful when you're taking this medicine because your toes might swell. You probably bleed internally. You'll have an ulcer. You'll lose your hearing. Kidney failure, possible syphilis, all these things that happen to you. And I'm trying to take an allergy medicine. It's an allergy. I sneeze. I have watery eyes. If I take this, I will not sneeze. I won't have watery eyes, but I can't pee standing up. I'll lose the vision in one eye. My hearing will be gone, and I could get syphilis. Who in their right mind puts this commercial out? And why is no one listening to the whatever it is they call it, the voiceover? If you have diabetes, take 68-900 and you'll feel so much better. You will have kidney failure. You'll have chronic headaches, migraines. You'll develop bleeding internally. And if this happens, go see your doctor. Well, why would I go see the doctor that prescribed this shit for me, knowing that I'm going to get something else? I know for a fact I'm going to get something else. I have allergies. I sneeze. And this cat wants me to take something else that's going to make my feet swell. You may develop gangrene and gout. Avoid the sun, physical activity, and don't breathe deeply for 48 straight hours, but you will not sneeze again. There's money to be made there. Now, this probably ruins my voiceover work for any of these medical people, but I don't care. I watch this every day, and my daughters laugh at me. They say, don't say it. I'm like, is anybody else watching this? This is a Seinfeld episode where the girl got syphilis or whatever riding a tractor in her bikini. Come on, people. Tweet me. Tweet me for next week. Tweet me. There it is. Tweet me a question. I'll touch on it. Anybody disagrees with what I just said about those medical commercials, tweet me. I'll talk to you about it. I'll get you on the show. Send me your information. I'll get you on the show. How can I take an allergy medicine that'll make all my hair fall out? And who are these people developing it? And why would you go on public television and say, here, just be careful, because I'm going to cure your allergies, but you're going to have a limp and you're going to shrink daily. Nobody wants a shrinking thing. You know what I mean? Let's go wrestling. Let's go wrestling, because that's DeMott, 28 years. Let's talk wrestling. I'll try to put a funny spin on this. For weeks now, you've heard of fans attacking WWE superstars at live events and/or TV. And I think it was Roman Reigns where someone came out and the exact thing where he hit Roman Reigns with a replica Money in the Bank case or whatever the case was. That guy was thrown out, whatever, and he's banned for life from all WWE events. Then there's a cat who hops the rail, whatever the case is, and hits Dean Ambrose, another fan. Again, I'm going to say this because I can. Back in the day, the rule was if a cat came over the rail and touched the ring, he was free reign. Different time, I get it. Let some of these guys hop the rail once or twice. The security's great. Everybody goes, oh, there's not enough. The security people are great. The WWE has enough security. And every once in a while, there's a loose peg in there and someone gets through. But let one of these cats, I'm going to say it, they're sports entertainers and fan friendly. And, you never want to do anything to upset the fans. Come and put your hand on me when I'm trying to earn a living. That's like grabbing a cashier at Walmart. What are you supposed to do there? Anyway, back to my rant. Is back in the day, someone came over there, came under the ropes. There were live rounds being thrown. I was in the ring when Savage did it, when Pee Wee, the referee, did it, when all the boys, you actually waited sometimes when you were in certain parts of the country or certain parts of the world, and someone would just get like, I'm going to go get him. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go get him. And you'd get the boots put to you. And your claim to fame was you got your ass kicked by one of the boys. But it was always, and the referees were always the toughest nuts. So I say, while there's too much of that stuff going on, let one of these two or three guys get peppered by Reigns or Ambrose or, like I said, back in the day, you hit the ring on Scott Norton, he was going to punch you right in the mouth. And it was his working punch, so either way, you were going to feel it. That's my wrestling rant. There's so much wrestling news. And I'm going to stay away from it because no matter what spin I put on it, someone's going to take it and turn it around and make it negative. Everybody's human. Everybody says or does something at some point in time in their life. And nowadays, there's always going to be a douche looking to dig that up and use it against you. So for all you dirt diggers and all you columnists or independent guys trying to make a name for yourself, and I don't mean independent wrestlers, independent newspaper reporters, somebody trying to make a name for themselves, somebody trying to turn a picture and to get noticed and work for something, somebody's going to dig something up on you. And you're going to want to hope and pray that they remember you were human at one point in time. So that's where I'm going with that. I don't condone it. I don't condone anything that's been said or done. I'm not jumping on it. All I'm saying is that everybody's looking for a reason. Everybody's human. Everybody has a name. In sports entertainment, your name is this, but you're really this. Now I'm just Bill DeMott across the board, but Hugh Morris was this and Bill DeMott was this. realize what you do when you dig things up on people, and realize that someone's waiting for you to be successful so they can do the same thing. Because all these unsuccessful cats out there, that's how you're becoming successful. You're getting your name out there by doing it to someone else, and someone's going to do it to you. So that's my old man mentalities. Be careful, because someone's getting ready to do it to you. As far as wrestling goes, leave them alone. They're wrestlers. I'm not jumping. I'm saying the man I'm talking about, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan comes on Good Morning America and does his best to explain his situation. And a lot of people said, Hulk, just lay low and let it go. And he's never been that guy. And Hulk has always been great to me. I know everybody has a different opinion of Hogan. He's always been great to me. Always been great to me. In the ring and out of the ring. I don't condone it. What he said, he admits what he said, all this other stuff. I'm not the court of public opinion. I'm a guy who knows a guy who said some things that are absolutely wrong, terrible, don't belong anywhere. Let's move on. Everybody got their wish. Everybody got what they came out to. Move on. Let the guy go. Everybody has a right to, and I agree, and everybody said it. Everybody's got a right to make a living and do what they do. So stop going after the successful people. Stop going after people in general. But all you guys who are looking to cash in on someone else's reputation, all I'm saying is stop, because someone's going to do it to you. Let's segue to Kanye West. I'm voting for Kanye West. He comes out of Video Music Awards. He's running for president. What are you going to dig up on that cat? It's all out there. These are the smartest guys around right now. Donald Trump, Kanye West, all these. What are you going to dig up on the Donald that isn't already out there? And people are trying to use it. It's not new news. So people are just getting on the bandwagon. I'm going to get a Kanye shirt. Kanye, if you're out there, send me a shirt. 4X, 4XL. Big supporter. And then I just sit here and I was talking to Casey again the other day. Casey's my daughter. She's my moral compass. We'll go from Michelle Obama to Kim Kardashian. I'm in. Imagine the Easter egg hunts if Kim Kardashian's the first lady. People, she'd be on the top. It'd be great. There's humor in that. You have to laugh at that. I'm going to vote for Kanye right now. It's a year away. He's going to make a ton of money in merchandise. It's not going to hurt his reputation. We know who he is. Taylor Swift forgave him, forgot him for whatever. Move on. Kanye West for president. I'm down. Star-Kissed tuna. Let's talk about it. Big fan of tuna fish. Love the tuna fish. Star-Kissed tuna is settling a lawsuit because they are saying that they put in less than the amount in a can. Long story short, Star-Kissed goes, okay, we'll comply. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you $25 in cash, or we'll give you $50 worth of tuna. But if you're shying me half the tuna you're giving me in a can anyway, wouldn't I take the cash? Because the $50 in tuna only equates to... So Star-Kissed is, big fan. Charlie the Tuna, I think it is. Love the commercials. Star-Kissed settling. Coca-Cola. Come on, everybody follow me here. Coca-Cola. British woman comes out where, let me find my thing so I can put it. That's not it. I'm going to get used to this. Face value. Coca-Cola, and hopefully I don't hurt their sponsorship. Hey, Coca-Cola, send me a hat. I love hats. I'll wear it. Star-Kissed, send me a hat. Good Morning America. Everybody send me a hat. Kanye, 4X shirt. Send me a hat. I'll wear it. I'll wear it on the Build DeMott Experience. Coca-Cola, a British woman comes out and says, ever since she stopped drinking Coca-Cola, stop taking Coke. Stop drinking Coca-Cola. She lost 112 pounds and she swore off soda, specifically naming Coca-Cola, because she wants to live a healthier life and she feels better. She looks great. By the way, she smokes. She doesn't eat fruit or vegetables, but because she gave up Coca-Cola, she's going to live longer. So that was not, I don't know if that's a good endorsement or not. I don't know if Pepsi's behind that. Pepsi, send me a hat. I'm in it. That's my thing this week. Everybody send me a hat. I'll wear whatever you want me to wear. But she lost 112 pounds, and she looks so much better smoking, but she won't eat the right food, fruits, vegetables, nothing like that. But she clearly has more money to smoke because she gave up Coca-Cola. So that was a terrible endorsement on her part. She probably could have went about that a little bit. We go right from Coca-Cola this week to the guy who hasn't showered in 12 years. And this is what I do. I'm jumping. Face value. Take me at my thoughts for the week. These are my thoughts. 12 years without a shower. Dave Whitlock, chemical engineer, developed a lotion to rub on himself to stay clean. And occasionally when he got really gritty, a sponge bath. No more showers. And that means bath. No more bath, no more showers. Chemical engineer says showers, we wipe off too much of the oils or whatever we need. So he went 12 years. Let's go back to wrestling. You go one day without showering wrestling, you're going to get called out. Imagine going 12 years. Imagine one guy in the NBA going a whole game, coming to the next game and stinking because he's going to try this lotion. Hey, Dave Whitlock, chemical engineer, send me the lotion. Send me the challenge. I'll try it. I'll be doing this podcast from my garage or a storage box because my family will kick me out. But if you say it works, send it to me. I'll try it. I'll put it on the air. I'll put it on the Bill DeMott Experience, and we'll count down the days until everybody's had enough. But 12 years. Good for you. You get away with it. Good for you. The dentist, the famous dentist, feels safe enough to go back to work. The guy who shot Cecil, the lion. Or did they mention they came out, not only did he shoot him, then he shot him with a bow and arrow after? Trophy hunters. I don't get it. Says the guy with the alligator head on the shelf. That's a real alligator head. Just for everybody who's catching up to the Bill DeMott Experience, Steve Kern, legend, gave me that alligator head, so it stays right there. What guy who made the calendar, the seasonal calendar? Labor Day is over, so it's officially the end of summer. It is so freaking hot. It's 100 degrees every day in Florida, and there's a 50% chance of rain. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Fall's supposed to get cooler, right? Is that right? Anybody? There's nobody here. I'm gonna get I'm gonna find someone. I need a sidekick so I can go to it. Maybe I'll call Vince. I'll call Vince Russo and go, Vince, chime in, but him and I together. It's officially the end of summer. Then why is it 100 degrees? These are the things I struggle with at 50 years old. Growing up, I never had a problem. I have a lot of time on my hands. I get to sit with my cigar on my porch and contemplate all the news of the day. Everything that's being talked about, all the important stuff in the world, and I turn on Monday on the Kelly and Michael show, and it's National Beer Day. They're on live TV in a politically correct society drinking beer. Now, if it's live TV on the East Coast, that's 9 o'clock in the morning. That was iced tea, by the way. Who's going to complain about that? Someone. Or because they say it's National Beer Day, they drink beer at 9 o'clock in the morning. I know for a fact it was beer. It wasn't apple juice. They were drinking beer. I'm just saying, these are the things I'm asking. I'm looking for answers. So I'm asking the questions. Send me the answers. Get in touch with Realm. Get in touch with Vince. Get in touch. I told you, here we go. We'll run down it. Tweet me. Instagram me. Facebook me the questions. Jump on board. I'm all for this stuff. Talk about the Giants. This is the Bill DeMott Experience. I'm going to ask the questions. So I'm not here. Face value is I'm giving you my opinion. More importantly, I'm asking the questions. What Putz considers this officially the end of summer? Because I'm out there with my boys coaching baseball, and we're dripping wet after 2 hours. When is it officially winter? And if it's officially winter or officially fall, then it should be 65 degrees. Then it's official. But nope. Labor Day, national holiday, whatever it is, it's officially the end of summer. I'm struggling with the weather. I'm struggling with baseball. Let's go to Will Ferrell. I talked with Vince Russo a couple weeks ago. I said, send me a ballot. So guys that have been in the business X amount of years have something to say about who gets into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. This is not about the Wrestling Hall of Fame. I still want a ballot. But now Will Ferrell gets inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame because he spent the summer, and I'm going to read this. He spent the summer playing with 10 different teams, playing 10 different positions as he was getting ready for his HBO special. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mow my lawn at least once a week. I want to be inducted into do they have the groundskeepers? Do they have a Hall of Fame? I want to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame as a groundskeeper. I will go to 10 different, here it is, the Bill DeMott experience. I will go to 10 different ball fields, get on a tractor. Notice I didn't say I pushed something. I will ride, scratch it, I'm going hockey. Get me to 10 different arenas. I'll ride 10 different Zambonis. I'll clean the ice in 10 different places in the country. And I want to go to the National Hockey League Hall of Fame. Anybody? Who's jumping on that? I need someone taking notes. I'm in. That's my challenge. Someone contact me. NHL, contact me. Bill DeMott on a Zamboni, 10 different arenas for 10 different teams. And when I'm done, because I'm getting ready for a new Bill DeMott experience, and I want to go into the National Hockey League Hall of Fame, NHL Hall of Fame, whatever it is, right next to the greats, there's got to be a celebrity wing. I don't get it. This is where I'm at. I listen to news, and this is why I said for years, no news. I don't want any news. American Pharoah, lost in Travers, Triple Crown winner. First horse in 37 years to win all three major races. Pharoah loses. Somebody chalks it up to his travel schedule. Like he's Elvis. Different city every professional wrestlers 300 nights a year. American Pharoah flew over 18,000 miles during his winning streak. And he some said he was just too tired from his travel. I have so many different ways to go with that. All I'm saying is American Pharoah could never make it in sports entertainment. And it's a shame. Quality horse, 3 majors. That's the excuse. How about he just got beat? He just got beat. He just got outrun that day. Here's where I'm at. Here at face value. I don't even know the horse that beat him. I'm not really interested. I was just interested in the story that the guy says, well, I likely put it to that over the winning streak and traveling to every race, he logged 18,000 miles of travel time, flight time. You think he sat and coached? I'm a big cat. Some people try to book me and coach. I'm thinking American Pharoah was in first class, or he had a private jet. It's just a thought. Never make it in sports entertainment. But he lost. The funny part to this American Pharoah story, and this is what I do as part of the Build My Experience, I try to look into things deeper than what they are. The jockey gets fined $15,000 for sponsorship that was on his boots or on his ass or on his leg of his, whatever you call those jockey pants. And the company has a deal with Monster Energy. So I guess the jockey had on his boots, on one boot, Monster Energy, and it went against, they felt it was he shouldn't be advertising Monster Energy. So not only does American Pharoah lose, which could have been the biggest race in history. If he would have won, it would have been like, oh, and the horse is still amazing. It's a great animal. From what I understand and what I've read, see what I'm saying? What I've read, what I understand, great company behind it. They're going to take care of the horses going out to pasture. All these things that we should be saying. The jockey gets fined $15,000. I don't know what they make. I don't know what you make. $15,000 for false advertising or whatever it is. So that's it. That's the stories. That's what's out there. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about everyday stuff. Hit me with something. I had one question. I'm going to look at here. And I tell everybody, if you hit me on Twitter and ask me a question, I'm going to talk about it. So I have my iPod or my phone. Michael Florio at Mike Florio _TI. Love your podcast. Would love to hear what music you like and how you would think being a wrestler and a musician are alike. Here it is. Thank you for Mike Florio _TI. Someone type that up there. Oh, it's just me. So here's my music. And I've said this before. I'm a big Elvis fan. He's behind me. I love oldie stuff. I love I listen to Tommy James. I love Wayne Newton. I love Sinatra and Tony Bennett and all that stuff. And I listen to a lot of different music. And over the years, as you travel, you need things that pick you up and you need things that calm you down. When you're getting up, you have on Metallica or whatever it is. And when you're coming down, you have on the Partridge Family. I mean, I literally have A to Z in my collection of music. But my thing is Elvis, lighter things, like I'm a big fan of The Fifth Dimension. I could sit and listen to that and just cool out in the back by the pool and just listen to that stuff all day long. But how music and wrestling are like, the schedules are crazy. The tour people that go with, you see it all the time, the roadies who are out there and the guys and girls who put on our shows for us and make it all doable. It's that lifestyle. It's the lifestyle is exactly the same. You're in a different city every night. You're in a different town, and your family's sometimes with you, and they're not. And you miss your family. To me, that's the how it's alike. I mean, you talk to the guys. Fortunate enough to get to meet the guys from the Luke Bryan band, and all great guys. And we sat and talked. And just so happened, the last time they were in town here in the Orlando area, the sons and the families are with them and they get to spend time together. And I think we both look for the same thing. So that is a great question. These are the things I want to do. I want you to ask me those questions. I have a lot of opinions, but I figure if no one asks me, I'm not going to share them. But I will come on the podcast every couple weeks or whatever it is, or if something's red hot, I'll jump all over it. And but ask me the questions. That's what I want to do. Face value is for the fans. The Build 'Em Out experience is for people to get to meet me on a more personal level, and I'll give you my thoughts and all these things. And I'll say it again. I'm gonna plug this. I talked about it last time. I'm gonna plug my book, my first book, as I work on my second one. You go to crowbarpress.com. Scott Teal, especially you wrestling fans who love the stories from the old timers. Go to crowbarpress.com. Scott's got a great array of books, but that's where my book can still be found. I'm working on the audio version of it for everybody who drives long distances and wants to hear this voice read you my book. But I'll give it up. I give myself up. I'm a pretty honest guy. When I'm asked, I'm a very honest guy. When you make your own assumptions or decisions about me, then it is what it is. You want to find out the truth about Bill DeMott? Talk to Bill DeMott. Tweet me, whatever it is. Come on. Hey, Bill, I'd love to be on your podcast and tell everybody what an asshole you are. And I'll have you on. I'll go, what did we do growing up together? How did I affect your life? And that's the thing. People will affect your life in different ways. But if you're bashing someone because you read something about them, how did that affect your life? If you're a fan of wrestling, you're going to be a fan of wrestling. Don't be a fan of the dirt and the BS and all that crap unless it's personally affected you. If someone has changed your whole attitude towards a sport, then it's affected you. But come on. What's the worst that can happen? We don't see eye to eye. We don't get along and you don't get the answer you want. If I'm wrong, I'm the first one to go, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see that. I see how you took that. Or I'm the first one to go, I wasn't even talking to you or about you, or this has nothing to do with you. So if that makes sense to everybody, that's what this is. Face value. We're going to have some fun. Carl Banks, we had some fun. Carl Banks on the Giants. I love the Giants. Happy birthday to you. The guy spills the cake. It's not his birthday, but it made the news. So Carl Banks is relevant. Love Carl Banks. Met Carl Banks, Giants fan. Talk about the Giants all day long. I'm looking forward to the season starting this week. I'm excited. So I plugged my book. I talked about sports. Let's talk about, here's the thing, face value. Take it for what it is. You don't talk politics or religion with people because it just, or sports. I mean, sports is a heavy deal. What the email? Somebody asked me the questions. I'll give you my opinion. Why are we bagging on Hilary Clinton? I'm not jumping on Trump or Clinton or Republican or Democrat or independent or whatever. That's everybody's own business. It's a free country. It's your business who you vote for, what your beliefs are. You like Obama, great. You don't like Obama, great. I don't care. That's your business. I have my own opinions. My opinion is, though, we're jumping on Hillary Clinton about emails because she's running for president. If she wasn't running for president, would we hear about these emails or security leaks, or they weren't top secret when they were given to her, but now they're touchy? So I don't get it. Somebody come out and say exactly what it is. Face that. Where is it? Where is it for all you got? Come on, let me hit the right button. There it is. Face value. Come out and say what you're pissing in her Cheerios for. If she wasn't running for president, she screwed something else up. She said something wrong. She heard some international thing, but now all of a sudden she's spreading emails. Brings you back to Ashley Madison. This is what I do. I jump. Ashley Madison, is that it? Is that correct? Ashley Madison. 32 million people use this website, even after the scandal. Just for the record, as we check, I'm not on it. All it did was advertise it. Somebody hacked it, leaked all these things, ruined a couple lives, made a couple funny stories. I talked about the guy who said, if they don't know it, don't hurt them. Anyway, 32 million people use this site. Somebody's still making money. Anyway, back to Hillary Clinton. Would we be talking about this if she wasn't running for president? If she's been in public office for how many years? And we keep digging. Face value. Can she be a good president? Can Trump be a good? Trump will come and tell you, I don't know about it, but I'll learn about it if I'm the president. It's as honest as it gets. Am I going to vote for him? How do I know? It's a year away. Why are we getting all full of panties in a bunch a year away? Vote for Kanye. There it is. And I say that because I'm expecting a hat and a 4X shirt. Kanye. Him and Chrisley, Todd Chrisley. Me, Chrisley, Kanye. Like that. Call me. But that's my rant on all this news. I hear all this news. I go, I don't get it. And listen, I'll tell you, I'm a simple guy. Take everything as it's said. I got allergies. You tell me you can cure my allergies, but then you tell me I'm going to get, herpes. What? I didn't have herpes before. I just couldn't breathe. Lady's running for president. All of a sudden, she's leaking top security things. She can't be president. Was she leaking them before she was trying to be president? I take it. I'm a simple guy. Face value. Hey, you want to go swimming? I don't read into that. I want to go swimming. Yes or no? If it's National Beer Day and you have a beer, then everybody should. Again, iced tea. Just South, iced tea. I don't smoke cigars in front of people because people get offended. By the way, J&R Cigars. Usually go online. Made a bunch of trips up the East Coast. Stopped at the big warehouse. I think it's in North Carolina. Love it. I'm stocked. J&R Cigars. Send me a hat. There we go. That's it. I'm just looking for hats. I'll talk about everybody for a hat. I can hear my daughter saying, Dad, you can't talk about that. Let's talk about the United States World Champions in Little League. Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. I watched the Little League World Series. and they have the United States champions that were the kids from Pennsylvania, and they played the international champions, Japan. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I love the game of baseball. I love to watch kids play the game. Love the emotion. Love the way the coaches dealt with the kids. It was tremendous. And why I'm bringing this up is because I want to remind everybody again. If you're watching this today, Tuesday, September 8th, I had to think of what month it was. There's a new episode, brand new episode. A 2-part episode starts today on my YouTube channel. The Bill DeMott Experience is on YouTube. Check it out. It ties right in. Subscribe to my channel. It's free. It costs you nothing. Subscribe to it. I'm shopping this show around. I'm very proud of the episode that's coming up, and that's why I tied it into the Little League World Series. I'm going to introduce you to some fabulous, fabulous kids. Some great parents, some good coaching, because to me, it's all about coaching. You're going to coach, whether you've been a coach or not. You've coached your kids or you coach students. If you're a teacher, if you're in business and you're a boss, you're coaching your staff or your team, whatever it is. So that's my thing. And that's why I went out to Virginia, and I hope to have Mickey James and Nick Aldis on. Their schedule is very crazy, but we did an episode of the BDE, the Building My Experience, with Mickey and Nick. We did a training camp together, and I've had a lot of people ask me, am I still doing training camps, or would I do, would I go out and do seminars? And the answer is yes, but that's the thing. I don't publicize that. I don't go out, hey, I'm available and book me. And that's, while that's a lot of people's deals, that's not my deal. If people want the Bill DeMott Experience, they know where to find it. And now I give you more options to it. You watch the YouTube channel. You come on the podcast, contact me, and here we go. We'll do it again. Here's Twitter. Here's Instagram. Here's Facebook. And if you know me personally or someone who knows me personally, you probably have my email contacts or something. But the answer is yes. I love training camps. I'll spend 2 days with any guys and girls that want to share wrestling, talk wrestling, learn wrestling. And I've said this before. I'm not the do-all, say-all in wrestling. I'm just pretty up to date on what's going on. And when I say what's going on in the tryout process and what's being looked for and what to prepare for, I feel like I'm the best at telling people how to prepare for a tryout. There's a ton of cats out there that have so much more knowledge than me on what happened in 1966 and who beat this guy and who did this and how long was his title reign and all that stuff. I forget more than I'll ever remember. And I don't say that to belittle any part of this. I say I'm a coach. I will get you ready and give you the information you need to get ready for what you're trying to do. The rest is up to you. You want to get knowledge dropped in you? There's so many great schools out there. And I talk about it all the time. If you're in California, go out towards that way. Go see Kishi. If you're in the Kentucky area, go see Danny Davis. Go to OVW. Go to these seminars where if you have and here's guys who hate my guts for whatever reason. There's guys out there who hate my guts because they jumped on it and they got to say something. Oh yeah, and I disagree with the way this is done and that is done. I've never done anything to anybody that said something negative towards me or how I train people. But you go out there and when there's seminars and you have guys out there that have knowledge, jump on it. Go see them. You don't have to like the guy, but they're going to drop knowledge on you. For me, I am available for seminars, whether it's just speaking. I love 2-day camps. And I take it very seriously. So there's a lot of guys who reach out and they go, hey, I have a school here and I'd love to have you come down. I go, okay, what are the dates? Well, we don't have them yet. Well, then just let me know when you do. But the answer is yes, I will take bookings in between the TV auditions that I'm doing and some movie things that are hopefully, in the works and busy with the Bill DeMott Experience, the YouTube channel and doing the podcast. I love wrestling. And when I went to Virginia, I had a time of my life. And it just keeps reassuring me that I love it. And whenever I can get in front of 20, 30, 50, 10 guys and girls that want to hear a perspective, because wrestling's an opinion. The answer is yes. So the Build My Experience is all the way across the board. I just want to go out there and be honest. And I tell everybody, I'm going to tell you stuff that maybe you don't want to hear, and that's okay. But at least you're prepared for what's up to date, because, you know, there's psychology is different. There's so many guys out there doing great seminars and great talks, and I'm just one of those guys in that bunch. And the answer is yes. Come find me. If you want me to do your seminar, you want me to come to your school, man, I'll travel. I go down and see Devon just because. And again, so happy for the Dudley boys. But I go down and see Devon and him and Bubba at their school and just share with the guys. And you watch and you get to have some fun, because wrestling's still fun. Sports entertainment's still fun. It's a lot of hard work. And you need one person who's always going to be honest and say, this is what it is. And like, you have to be ready for that. But that's an episode coming up. Segue back into it. The Build My Experience with Mickey James and Nick Aldis, who are doing very well out there, and always in contact with them. And they're positive. I say kids because I'm old, but they're positive kids. And we had a great time out there with GXW. And that episode will air sometime late September, I think. But we had a lot of success with Mr. Kim Kahana, the Meeting a Legend, the first episode we ever did. Scotty Too Hottie, who will be on the podcast coming up hopefully soon. He's had a busy schedule right now. I loved sitting down with him. It was a 2-part episode. So it's a lot of great feedback. And again, there's a couple of people who don't like it. They go, I thought it was this. And no, it's just the Build My Experience. So the answer is yes. Book me for calling me and ask me. You get the honest answer. I'm not going to go, well, let me get back to you. I'm so bad. I'm going to tell you right then and there. If you tell me what you're looking for, I'm going to give you the answer. If you want to come on this podcast and have a conversation about wrestling or whatever it is, I'm up for that too. The minute it gets, but keep in mind, the minute it gets negative or, the court of public opinion or whatever the phrase is, we're going to stop it, because there's enough negative shit out there. And while I wholeheartedly admit I can be negative, I can be a buzzkill, and I think we all can. I think if you get serious enough about something, you go, yeah, well, let me tell you something. And I'm sure I could and probably will at some point. I just, let's talk shop. So that's what I do. I touch on some things, and I'm sure I've missed something here and there. And I know the Cowboys aren't ready for the season. That was for you, Miss Paula, and I say that with a smile. We have, catch everybody up, we have 2 bets going on, 3 bets. We'll bet on each individual game, Dallas versus New York. So there'll be a bet there and a bet there. And then the winner, whoever comes out on top, probably me, because the Giants will beat Dallas both times this year, will then have another final bet. Hopefully it won't be too embarrassing. I'm sure if it's up to Paula and she's ahead of the game, I'm in a lot of trouble. So, but here's the YouTube channel thing. I'm going to leave that up there for a little bit so people can, because that's a lot of stuff to read and understand. So I'm going to leave everybody with this. Face value, let's talk Facebook. There's a study going on that if you want your relationship to go better, get off. A husband has a Facebook page, and the wife has a different Facebook page. Maybe I'll have my wife on because she lives on Facebook now. One, because her friends are in Iowa, and that's how she stays up with everything that's going on. And when you know people and you use it, I guess, the right way, I don't know. I'm still out on it. But she's on Facebook a lot, and she catches up to a lot of things. There's the YouTube channel. Let me put my Facebook up here, and I'll take questions from there, and I'll put them up. You want me to put it up? I'll put it up. I'll put up your questions. But the survey was, if your significant other is on a different Facebook page than you, somebody better get off. Because if I have to learn about you by reading your Facebook, because if you're telling people how you feel on a certain day and I think everything's fine and you're miserable and I have to read it, that's the shits. Social media. It's good and it's bad. So the study says it. I'm with that study. You need a little less information. So to all the husbands out there, boyfriends, if your chick politically correct. If your significant other is on Facebook and you're on a different Facebook account, give it up. If you're on Twitter and your significant other has a different, give it up, because someone's going to say something to offend someone. And why are you talking to her? Why are you talking to him? How come I didn't know that? How come I got to read it on social media? And that's what goes on in today's society. Social media is going to be the downfall. Hopefully not. There's a lot of good stuff that's come out of it, but it's people's lives are being decided by social media. So if you can control it, if you can, and you can, I can, if I answered every tweet I got, I'd be in a cave because I feel like I'd have to hide. So you choose to answer the ones you want. But the study shows if you're in a relationship with someone you care about, guy, girl, doesn't matter, get off the thing, talk more, do something. That's it. That's face value. I hope this made sense to people. Look at that thing stuck right there. I got to shave. On face value, I don't shave. I got a little mustache going. I'm big on hats. I'm going to try to wear a new hat every time. And I'm going to do face value, like I said, a couple times a month and have some fun with it. And sometimes we'll get serious. And I'm sure as election time gets closer or the feedback from this episode, again, send me your feedback. Get in touch with these cats at Realm. They're very good at contacting me. And they'll tell me, holy crap, Bill, you've pissed off, someone. But that's not what I'm not here to piss you off. I'm here to start a conversation. So take everything I say at face value and the way I say it. It's going to rain. There's a 50% chance of rain. Every weatherman and every woman, if they hear that, oh, he's making fun of us, build them on such an. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying there's a 50% chance of rain. That's funny to me. I don't care who you are. That's funny. So this is face value. Take it exactly the way I say it. To all the cats, quick, everybody be safe. That's all I got to say. Be safe. Craziness going on in the world. Don't be a part of it. Fix it. Try to help it. Don't share the negative stuff. Like, I'm a big fan. If I read happy stuff, I'm a happy guy. If I read negative and watch negative all the time, then it makes you negative. Surround yourself with positive people. Good friend of mine says it all the time, Byron Bledsoe. For everybody who cares about things like that, he's my pastor. The 5 people you surround yourself with, I'll tell you what kind of person you are. Surround yourself with positive people, good people. Change someone into a positive person. Take everything at face value. Don't read into it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but if it's upfront, it's honest, it's got to be better than nothing. So that's it for face value. Do what you say what you mean what you do. The Bill DeMott Experience. I'm out.
Visit VinceRussoBrand.com to sign up for exclusive VIP content. You get over 20 new video shows monthly, including Vixens Who Rule and The Swerve, where Vince Russo interviews stars in wrestling and beyond. Listen to Vince and Jeff Lane discuss weekly news and rumor and review Attitude Era Raws. Also, watch the cult hit Bucket Full of Chicken next. Go to VinceRussoBrand.com and click the red subscribe button to join now.